conference contest featuring the Suns here in Phoenix. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Eric Bledsoe?
Man, Kevin, when the opposing team is bringing the ball up, they can't get careless when he's on the floor because he will pounce on a lazy pass or a lazy dribble, and he'll be heading the other way in a heartbeat.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
You look at Portland. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games. Even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Well, things have not gone their way at all in the first two games they've played against these guys this season. Losing 3 in a row would be really tough to take. Now is the time when they want to put a stop to that.
Well, a lot of pride on the line here, clearly, Steve. I mean, you don't want the embarrassment of not being able to pull this one out. So we'll see what they've learned from the prior 2 losses and see if they can get the script flipped.
Batum dishes to Lillard, and the shot is good. Lillard's got his first 2 points.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from Lee. Batum defended by Plumlee. Lee with the steal. It's Brown on the wing. Beasley outside. Kept alive. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Got 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
And so here's Portland. It's a 3-point game. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Lee with the stuff.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Lee. Lillard outside. Robinson. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a 3-point play. Portland shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. That one misses for Robinson.
Well, a lot of basketball pundits, so to speak, would like to eliminate lottery pick protection outside the top 3 from trades. They feel it gives teams too strong an incentive to tank. You look at the Blazers last season, they owed their pick to the Bobcats if it was 13th or lower, and they finished the season 8-26 after going 500 at that point, so maybe a little suspicious.
And so here's Portland after the Suns pick up 2. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. You look at Lee, a fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier interior defender among this year's rookie class.
Yeah, he's a ball of energy out there. Static electricity is this guy. I mean, he's got the athleticism to match that too, so it's really good to see such a hungry, young, athletic defender.
Ron Clark going back to the Blazers. They finished the season among the worst defensive teams in the entire league.
And that's where they've got to improve, Kevin. They did a decent job denying looks on the perimeter, but they didn't get blocks or steals, so not a real force defensively. And among the worst in fast break points and points in the paint as well, so they clearly have some areas they can shore up. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Now, here is Robinson. No good off the back of the rim.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
You know, one of the bigger moves last season was the surprising trade between the Kings and the Rockets that sent Thomas Robinson over to Houston. Not often do you see a team give up on their number 5 overall pick just after half a season.
Now here's Brown. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers gave me just a couple of minutes. I asked him if he had a plan for all the speed he'll be up against, and he told me a key would be transition defense, saying speed shows up most in the transition game, and we feel if we take that away from them, we have a major advantage. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Doris. Trailblazers trail by 7. Well, going back to that Thomas Robinson trade, not the best rookie season, certainly begins with Sacramento, then goes to Houston, but the Rockets felt it was really worth a gamble to acquire a lottery talent. What do you think?
Well, they were looking for an asset, and of course they ended up moving him along to Portland during the offseason. So it's an interesting situation. Thomas Robinson with his 3rd team already after being, the 5th pick in the draft just a year ago or so.
And here is Lee following the three-pointer by Nicholas Batum. They get it back. Bledsoe outside. Beasley kicks to Bledsoe. They double him with Matthews. And here's Brown outside. That is good. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Lillard attacking. Back to Leonard. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
They double him with Matthews. Here's Brown. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Brown's got 9 points.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Suns.
You know, the Suns really had a lot to overcome as they started the rebuilding project, and they just weren't the same team the home crowd was used to seeing, and the struggles were evidenced by that 17-24 record here at home.
Beasley kicks to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 4. Matthews into the lane. Kicks it out to Lillard. On the wing, Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're number 1 in block shots. This is a team that doesn't allow easy shots in the lane.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition. Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Freeland's checked in. Now here's Beasley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Heat in Miami.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, guys. He made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lee in at small forward. Miles Plumlee out there with Beasley. Then it's Brown, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Robinson kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Great D that time from Eric Bledsoe.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping them get the lead. And if they can continue to rebound like this, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Lillard with it, picked up by Brown. Lillard, the pass to Matthews. Now the dish to Leonard. The fadeaway, and it's in off the backboard. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Lee sets a screen for Bledsoe. Lillard comes with the double team. A drive by Lee. Beasley outside. Brown. Back to Beasley. Lee. He's covered by Leonard. Lee dishes to Plumlee. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Lillard with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Batum goes back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, Batum is one of my favorite players in the league, Kevin, because of the versatility at both ends of the floor. On defense, that huge wingspan allows him to cover multiple positions on the court. And then offensively, he can really run the floor in transition, and he can knock down that three-point shot.
Yeah, he doesn't just have to score through his defense. You know, post players love playing with him because he can shoot from deep and really demands attention when he's hanging out beyond the arc. You can't take your eye off of him when he's out there. He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you.
Lillard outside. He feeds it to Robinson. Working on Beasley. Robinson kicks to Batum. Back to Robinson. Rejected by Fry.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And it's Brown missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Robinson kicks to Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 10 points for Leonard.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Lee with the ball. Matthews covering. Phoenix no good that time either.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Batum attacking from outside the arc. They get it back and finished off by Robinson.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
Bledsoe passes to Lee.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Portland. Robinson kicks to Crabbe. The feed to Lillard. Stolen by Bledsoe. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Back to Robinson. Morris is there. Goes up on the block and misses it off the right side of the rim. So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the Heat.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Goodwin's checked in for Phoenix.
Guys, it's no surprise that a young team like the Blazers found it difficult sledding on the road. Not quite the experience or edge needed to put together good performances on a nightly basis away from home.
Crab, good.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Phoenix leading by 11. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He finished with 36 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
And the basket by Lillard. Well, for the Blazers, statistically, they played as close as you could ask for as to when they played at home, but they didn't really have the roster to protect the rim and Steve forced turnovers, which is always a big help on the road.
Yeah, their interior defense was a problem last year. A lot of teams just ate them up, particularly when Portland would go out on the road. That's one of the reasons they finished 11-30. You have to be able to defend at a high level to win away from home.
Lillard gets the screen from Freeland. Lillard with it, now defended by Goodwin. Lillard outside, just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, you know, Damian Lillard, the number 6 pick in the 2012 draft, but that didn't matter because he ran away with the Rookie of the Year award. Taking over the reins at guard in Portland, this young man was special.
For Phoenix, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Well, with a team percentage of 81% from the line on the season, this is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Myers Leonard comes in for Thomas Robinson, and Darrell Wright has subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Beasley with the steal. Now here's Lee. He picked up 36 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami.
I thought his shot blocking was really the story. It seemed like he was everywhere, just sending back shot after shot.
Pass to Marshall. Feeds it to Goodwin. And again, it's the Suns missing. And a great start for Damian Lillard last season. Won the Vegas Summer League co-MVP award. Stepped right into that big void for Portland at point guard, especially after Raymond Felton had really kind of taken that position and downgraded it the year before.
Yeah, there was a huge hole in the lineup for the Blazers, and Lillard stepped right in and filled it up. Had an incredibly productive season. And now it's about improving his overall game, getting his defense better. I think he could be one of the top point guards in the NBA before too long.
How many minutes a game, Steve, did he play, did you calculate?
About 39 a game. Yeah, top 3 in the NBA. He's a big minutes guy.
Tremendous. Lee dishes to Plumlee. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to New York.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
Here's McCollum. Here's Leonard. Lee with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run. The top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. You look at Lee, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
You know, they've given him some more offensive responsibility these past few weeks, and he's responded.
With an expanded role, his production has gone up as well, and that's something you like to see with a rookie.
Beasley kicks to Marshall. The Suns need to get a shot off. Lee passes to Marshall. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Marshall's got his first 3 points of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Watson. McCollum. Outside, Batum. Launches it. Gets it to go. Batum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Lee goes in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. You know, fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Shannon Brown, he's checked in for Goodwin. And it's Dragic in for Kendall Marshall. Batum dishes to McCollum. Elbow shot is on the way. Suns leading by 15. Lee kicks to Plumlee. Back to Lee, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's McCollum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Clock at 4. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Well, offensively, they've kind of settled for outside shots so far.
You know, I don't know if they're shying away from contact, Steve, but their free throw attempts also down from the first quarter. Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Watson for three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The clock runs out, and we're heading to...
Now, presented by Sprint. It's Wednesday night. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Talk about some great numbers for Lee. He has 23 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt, and it's Leonard in at the center position. Lee outside. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Lee's got 25 points.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carry his team to the win.
Lillard attacking. Leads him in there. Robinson gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Robinson's got 6. Suns leading by 12. Bledsoe passes to Lee. Defended by Batum. Batum against Lee. Bledsoe. Beasley outside. Lee outside. He kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 12. Batum attacking. Inside. And here's Matthews from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And in that matchup, it was a very close game, but it boiled down to foul trouble. And I thought that was the key because a lot of those starters had to go to the bench.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lillard dishes to Batum. And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That's foul number 2 for him. And to go back to the point Steve just made, how many times have we seen, Clark, close games come down to the foul situation?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, that's what that one came down to. If they didn't cause that foul trouble, I think it would have turned out differently.
Leonard kicks to Lillard. Goes up the baseline. That's good. Lillard's got 10 points.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Lee kicks to Bledsoe. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Let's go now to the sideline and...
Wow, what a throw down. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And Lillard kicks to Batum. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
One of the rare statistical feats you'll ever see in the NBA was accomplished by Nicholas Batum last season. In a December game, he tallied a 5-by-5. 5 points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
And last season for Batum, a new gigantic contract, the uptick in minutes, and when he was healthy, he was terrific.
Yeah, you know, Portland traded away Gerald Wallace to basically clear a path for Batum. And you're right, when he's healthy, he really can be an effective player out there. I like his defensive versatility. With his length and speed, he can guard either wing players or perimeter guys.
And both free throws good for Beasley.
You know, guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
Robinson passes to Lillard. That's blocked. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bledsoe's running. Rejected by Robinson. They retain possession. Another shot. But they'll get another chance. Brown dishes to Lee. And the pass to Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Phoenix. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out Portland, 6.5 games behind them.
Checking out Phoenix. They've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for them as they didn't have anyone really outside their starting 5 that Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offensive punch off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve, and we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year. He's normally a really big threat from long range. Struggling right now. He might need to mix his game up a little bit.
And Matthews kicks to Lillard. To the paint. Leonard the pass to Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got 8.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Lee is screen on Lillard. Bledsoe dishes to Lee. Outside for Bledsoe. Buries the long-range jumper. Bledsoe's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard attacking. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Damian Lillard was really a steady floor general, guys. I think we still have a lot to see as to how much of a playmaker he'll become. Remember, he was the man in college. Without a lot of other scoring options to rely on, he carried Weber State offensively. And I think that's going to serve him well. throughout the rest of his NBA career. More point guards have to be able to score as well as run the team in the way the league is playing now.
Lee sets a screen for Beasley. He passes to Lee. Back to Beasley. Kicks it to Bledsoe. Lee up top. Beasley outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. And you take a look at Lee, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And as the freshman class goes, he's got the highest basketball IQ of anybody. That's why he's at the top of those assist rankings.
Yeah, we would say he's got a geezer's game, old man game. He sees the court like a vet. Sometimes I forget that he's only a rookie.
And Damian Lillard last season, Steve, averaging 6.5 assists a game.
And those numbers should get better because, if Lillard's going to get better. The Blazers will continue to add to their roster. They had one of the worst benches in the league last season. So you put a couple more scores alongside Lillard, those assist totals will go up.
I think Clark's right. We'll have to see in time how his playmaking develops. McCollum's checked in for Myers Leonard. Trailblazers trail by 11.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Damian Lillard. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling things out there. 8th in assists, and he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points to put him in the top 20 in scoring.
And, looking again, Steve, at his place among the top 10 assist men, he's been providing a lot of room service dimes to his teammates, and I hope they appreciate it.
McCollum defended by Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
The shot's good from Plumlee. Trailblazers trail by 11. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Suns making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Lillard outside. Back to Robinson. Wesley Matthews on the wing. No good from outside.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. The first one falls. He's off on the second.
You know, it's always a challenge adjusting from college to the pro game, particularly when you talk about the size of the NBA big men. When Thomas Robinson struggled his rookie season, he really started to lock into watching tape of another undersized power forward, Mr. Paul Millsap, as a way to try to improve his own game.
Lee against Matthews. There's Dragic with the 3. Rebound, Thomas Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 9. Well, back to Thomas Robinson, like Millsap, a terrific rebounder in college. He led all big-time NBA prospects in the 2012 draft and overall rebound rate.
And that translated to his rookie season, Kevin, where he had problems finishing. Rookie field goal percentage of 43%.
And it's Lee penetrating.
Oh, how about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Dragic kicks to Lee. He dishes it to Beasley. That three off the mark.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Dishes to McCollum. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And the dunk by Robinson.
Rudely thrown down after the offensive rebound. He is ramped up now.
Yes, you're right, and you figure this game might come down to a few of those effort plays.
Always does, Kevin.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like that kind of a contest tonight.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers, for a team that lacked for depth and shot creators last season, it was an encouraging summer. In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Cal Berkeley's Alan Crabb with the 31st, and then they signed Darrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first three provide outside shooting and scoring. Robinson, a promising young rebounder, and Lopez, poised to claim the starting role for center. Guys, with a relatively young team looking to grow, it was a great offseason for the Blazers.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris. No good from Lee.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And that's the only way to stop him, Clark. The defender has to be all over him with a hand in his face.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And that's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
And the Suns making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. Beasley with the steal. Oh, and here comes Goodwin all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
There's a screen by Robinson. Watson kicks to Robinson. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Plumlee. Here comes Archie Goodwin. Lee goes in. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Beasley, the pass to Lee. Drains the three-pointer. Lee's got 7 now in this quarter. The third quarter comes to a close. Phoenix ahead.
2K Sports Magazine. The latest issue is...
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
Lee, he's in at small forward. Bledsoe is out there with Brown. Then there's Beasley. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Watson, right. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Wright's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Lee sets a screen for Bledsoe. The dish to Brown. From past the arc. Good. And the Suns lead by 6.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Watson kicks to Crabb. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Beasley.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And he's good on the second. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Bledsoe gets the screen from Lee. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Batum a screen on Bledsoe. Right dishes to Watson. Passes it to Crabbe. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard with a screen on Brown. On the wing, Batum releases. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Portland. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Lee kicks to Plumlee. Back to Lee. He feeds it to Plumlee. Bledsoe outside. The pass to Lee. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Batum. Gets it to go.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover costs you.
Lee sets a screen for Bledsoe. That one wide left.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
He misses the free throw. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Boy, that was a huge miss there, guys. He had the opportunity to turn this into a one-possession game.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Watson. Now here's Bledsoe.
Up high and down hard.
That's how you use it, brother. And the Suns lead by 6.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. And caught the defense totally off guard.
I remember Tracy McGrady doing that. First guy I ever saw pull that off.
Doubled by Plumlee. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barton. The three-pointer, no good. Suns leading by 6. Bledsoe gets the screen from Lee. Bledsoe passes to Brown. And there's the feed to Plumlee. Brown defended by Batum. Bledsoe for 3. The shot will not go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. He kicks it to Barton. Feeds it to Batum. He passes it to Watson. Back to Batum. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 17 points for Nicholas Batum.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thank you, Doris. Lillard with it. Outside Matthews. Up top, Batum. Left side, Leonard. Defended by Plumlee. The jump hook. And Portland again with the bucket.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Lee with the ball. Matthews covering. Brown, good.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Lillard against Bledsoe. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Backing in. Kicks it out to Lillard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Lillard has been playing really well. 19 points and 8 dimes. A terrific offensive combination, setting up teammates and knocking down the deep ball.
Yeah, those things are related, Clark, because when you can knock down shots, now you draw the defense to you. Now you got passing lanes for your teammates.
The free throw is good from Lillard.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Bledsoe kicks to Beasley. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Lee. Pass to Plumlee. There's the bucket. Good. And the Suns lead by 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Outside Matthews. Leonard dishes to Matthews. Robinson inside. Second chance shot. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Suns leading by 5. Bledsoe passes to Beasley. Kicks it to Lee. Defended by Lillard. Backing down his lead. For 3, Beasley. Another 3 for Phoenix.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Bledsoe against Lillard. Robinson inside. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Batum for 3. That's good. Batum's got 12 points here in the second half.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Bledsoe against Lillard. On the wing, Brown. For the 3. Rejected by Batum, but he gets it back. Lee kicks to Beasley. Lee, 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. He dishes it to Beasley. And it's Beasley again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
The drive by Lee. And Plumlee kicks to Bledsoe. Dishes it to Lee. Passes to Plumlee. Back to Lee. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lee's got 36.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And the shot is good. And that's 23 points for Damian Lillard.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Bledsoe kicks to Beasley. Lee, defended by Batum. The drive by Lee. The dish to Plumlee. The kick out to Brown. Lee outside. He feeds it to Beasley. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Beasley's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Bledsoe against Lillard. And there's the pass to Robinson. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Suns leading by 5. Lee, a screen on Lillard. Bledsoe dishes to Plumlee. And it's good.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Bledsoe against Lillard. The feed now to Batum. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Matthews. Puts up a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Bledsoe passes to Lee. Feeds it to Beasley. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Matthews left side. Pass to Robinson. And that one's good.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Lee sets a screen for Bledsoe. He passes to Lee. His three-pointer's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. Batum with the 3. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bledsoe gets the screen from Plumlee. Lee against Lillard. Outside for Bledsoe. Lee, pass to Plumlee, and stolen by Lillard. Gives him the lead pass, hit his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're losing by 5. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Robinson inside. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Suns leading by 5. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Poked away. And Batum kicks to Lillard. He dishes it to Robinson. And it's blocked by Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. .122 left to play here in the fourth. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So it'll be Thomas Robinson shooting. That one is on Beasley.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
And the shot is good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Bledsoe against Lillard. Leonard with the screen on Bledsoe. Lillard, Matthews. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
And Plumlee kicks to Bledsoe. Dishes to Lee. Clock at 6. Beasley outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Matthews. Kicks to Lillard. Back to Matthews. To take the lead. And Lee pulls it down.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt. Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws there, and that could be the difference. It will force, more than likely, a desperation three-point attempt.
To tie it up. Off target from downtown. And now they foul and stop the clock. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp.
We make it cool to be sucked. 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 On my grandmama post. Hollywood never to the southern eye to post. Collard green pockets but a southern fried to flow. Candy yam drop with some cornbread to throw. Meaning I been this way since I was knee high. We swing whips, old schools like my paw. Can't get.
Time changes, new faces, old best friends, new strangers, new watch just to keep up with the paces, new game plan off the new places. I got a feeling I could win this race. I found my pace. The only thing that you could do for me is please stay about my way. Don't come around my way unless you got something to pay. I'm trying to find a place where I can free my mind. Ain't no need for crying. I ain't worried about losing. Focused on winning. God forgive me for my sinning, but this is the beginning. I pray to
Great game out there tonight. You set your career high in points. Was this just a one-time outburst, or do you see yourself scoring like this on a regular basis?
I feel like this